Hello and welcome. This feels crooked. Hello, Mina. Welcome, beautiful. I'm so happy you can make it. It might just be us two, even with it being a collective live, which is totally fine by me. I'm gonna see. Got some new headphones. They're cheap, but we're gonna see how they work. Well, there we go. Well, maybe. Come on. Come on. Okay. Hopefully that'll work. I might have to just tilt it up a little bit. Let's see. Can you hear me okay? Or does it sound better without the headset? Testing, testing. I had a salad before I came live. Okay, both are good? Okay. Does this sound like it may be a little bit better? I kind of, if the other is good without the headset, I just thought about that with the tones. I may do it without the headset. I just thought about that because of the toning. I think the headset ends up cutting the toning out. So yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm going to do it without it. Totally forgot about that. Okay. Oh, it feels better anyways, not having to wear those. I know people wear these things like all the time, but yeah, I enjoy them every now and then, but I'm not a big headset person. So, all right, welcome everyone. Welcome. Thank you for dropping in. Thank you for your presence. We'll be starting momentarily, just, giving those that are going to be dropping in a moment to show up and be present. And thank you all for choosing to be here on this Saturday. You could be anywhere, but you're here. So I truly am grateful for that. How does that sound? Pretty good? Yeah, I'm with you. I honestly, like, when I was listening to that little bit of the replay, I there's a part of it with the when the heater's on where the headset, it helps a little bit, but the acoustics of the room with the toning really does help. It really does make a difference, I feel. So I'm really glad you mentioned that. And especially because, you do a lot of sound healing and sound journeys. So for you to offer that reflection really does mean a lot. So thank you, Mina. Welcome to everyone that's dropping in. Okay. All right, love. So I'm going to go ahead and just begin talking and speaking into things. First, again, I want to just welcome everyone and, extend my extreme gratitude that you are choosing to be here, that choosing to be present, choosing to receive. And again, I do not take that lightly and I do not take it for granted. So I am truly honored to have your presence. So what I was feeling guided to do in this gathering today is really just to basically extend on some things that I've discovered from the group space. Those of you in the group, you're aware of the deepening of the channel and just the really amazing experiences that we're having, just bringing some extension to that. And also to, speaking into the things that drop in. One thing I've really recognized is that there's different and yet similar parallels to experiencing the channel and experiencing the opening of the quantum portal. And so in the description, you'll notice that it mentions a quantum vortex. So I will be opening or unlocking the energy bodies to allow the quantum to flood in to a greater degree. Now, quantum portals or quantum vortices, those are not ones we leave open. However, when you drop into the channel is always open. The channel never closes. We just basically drop in energetically, meaning we shift ourselves from projecting outwards to being in a present state of transcended awareness or ascending awareness. So the awareness is always moving higher and higher and higher. And the higher it goes, the larger it gets. So when you move, when you get super high in your awareness is really, really large and it no longer fits in the lower realities. It must extend itself and expand itself in the higher realities, which is a beautiful thing because that's where we're gathering everything from and bringing it back in. So I'm really excited to journey and experience that. Now, when I mention journeying, sure, absolutely. When I mention journeying, I am also, when I say that word, we don't go anywhere. We're present, we're here, we're now. And so please give yourself an opportunity to remain anchored, to be present in your awareness. Also, too, if you normally lay down to receive, please allow yourself to sit up, because when you lay down, you're almost laying an expectation of receiving. When you're sitting up, you are present, you're aware, you're anchored. And I understand that there are those of us that do have some discomforts in our body, but this gives you an opportunity to train your body to not be confined by the discomforts, but instead to shift those programs and to shift out of the space of you that is frozen, that is dictated by the mind, where the mind says, no, you can't do this because of this. And instead you're saying, no, I can, and I will. I can, and I am. And this way it rewrites and reconstructs your neural network, and you will begin to notice your body feeling different. And this is because it's allowing higher aspects of you to come in and to shift and rearrange the simulation so that your body doesn't come back together in the same way. That's the intention. You don't want it to. You want it to piece itself back together in a higher formulation and a higher encoded formula so that your reality is experienced with greater ease, because you are the reality. So when Mina was asking if I could explain why we do not leave the quantum vortices open. Now, you can, I'm not placing an absolute on it, But what I'm sensing is that when we open these quantum portals, there is such a large, um, extremely powerful, they may not, I mean, they're subtle too, but they're powerful energies that are coming in from the quantum. And because we are rearranging ourselves on a quantum level, in order to just simply allow the rearrangement to happen with the greatest ease, my invitation and what is presenting itself through me is that allow yourself to open it, allow yourself to close it, allow yourself to integrate it. So really the closing is simply just to allow an integration period. You don't have to, but what I've experienced is that it does, I do feel that it assists and allows more. Welcome. So as we move through this, now I will say in our last group gathering, Mina, at the very end, I don't think I closed it. I know we didn't decompress. Um, I ended up closing it for myself a little bit later, but I didn't actually close it for the group. So we can see what it's like to leave it open. And, I'm fully open for that. It's an opportunity to experience. I did eventually close it for myself. Um, so we can leave that. Yeah, I didn't. So, okay, what I'm receiving for the group for this, okay, for the group, it's a little bit different. For the collective and the accessibility of energy, I'm being called to close it just because I don't hold contracts with everyone that I'm exchanging with. So in the group space, it's a little bit different. I can leave it open with you guys. I can sense that. The connection is held through a contract. So in this space, though, and in the way that the energy is being shared. Now, if there are those of you receiving and you would like to leave it open, all you have to do is when I go to close it, just you can go behind me and just open it back up. You can watch and see how I open it. Or you can declare this vortex remains open for me. And you can set the intention to maintain it, which means then you would then, of course, close it at your own will and within your own design. And you're welcome to do that, Mina. So whatever you feel called to do, I would leave that up to you to follow through with. Um, so in relation to the vortices and the opening of the vortices, because again, I'm stepping into this with for an offering where I don't necessarily hold contracts with those that are receiving. There is a lot more energetically that is coming. The balance is held more on my end, so it would yeah, we'll see what it's like when I get there. But I am feeling I'm probably going to end up closing it. So as we prepare to go into this, if you're new to the channel, if you've never experienced this before, I would invite you to hang around and to give yourself an opportunity to. What we are experiencing in this space is basically like going into a meditation, but it's a deep trance space. And it's a space of receiving yourself. And so if you're normally, okay. I gotcha. It's okay. And you can always play around with it. It's very easy. You're just opening your energy. Uh, Probably similar to something you do in Qigong. So for those of you that are new, I would invite you to hang around and to receive, especially if you're busy, if your week is normally pretty busy. Everything that is coming through in this space is here to assist and support. Everything is energetically designed to provide you the highest experience of energy. And it's, again, it's not something that I'm doing for you, it's something you're doing for yourself. And so if you give yourself that permission slip and you accept that, then you will experience a lot more because you are in your sovereign space. You're not You're not expecting to feel something just because I'm saying it. You're not expecting to receive something just because you're hearing it. You are in a space where you are fully conscious, you're co-creating, you're present, you're aware, and your awareness is what is activating you, not me. I'm just opening the space up and inviting everyone in to join in the experience. I do feel like this is where, we tend to get a little bit lost sometimes, is because we're so used to identifying with systems of belief. We're so used to identifying with things in a specific way that we hold so many expectations. We don't even realize the expectations we are holding. And those expectations tend to get in between us and the experience itself. So I would invite you right now to check in with yourself to see, are you bringing anything into this experience with you? Are you bringing sadness? Are you bringing joy? Are you bringing frustration? Are you bringing excitement? Are you bringing something that you can weigh the moment against? Because if so, that needs to be released. So please do a check-in. Make sure you're not bringing anything into the moment. This gives the moment an opportunity to be free, because you cannot receive in a space of expectation. When you're in a space of expectation, you're waiting. And when you're waiting, you're not fully present. You're in the past and you're projected into the future, which means you're not present. You're not in the moment, and only in the moment can you receive. And this is an experience that is able to reflect to us the power of moment to moment to moment, where we are moving fluidly as energy through the moments, just experiencing, receiving, and reflecting what we're experiencing. And so it really gives you an opportunity to come into your power and empower yourself, because a lot of times we give our power to those beliefs, or well, actually every time we give our power to the beliefs, we give our power to the expectations, we give our power to everything else, but we rarely give the power back to ourselves. We have so many things that stand between us and our ability to receive. And so everything in this space and my stepping into this is an invitation for you, so that you can find yourself in that space of sovereign receivership. So let's go ahead and begin bringing ourselves energetically into the channel. I'm already rocking, so bringing yourself into the channel means you are present as the rod, as the channel. And just as you heard me reflect, I'm already rocking. That's a cue card, if you will, of the channel, is this movement. The movement is reflective of the channel itself, the oscillation. Where you can quite literally go back and forth. You can go front to back, side to side, and you'll never fall over. Ever. Now, finding yourself in the channel means dropping into the central space, just bringing your awareness in. You're aware of yourself there. That's all it is. You're just aware. And in this space of awareness, not only will you experience the movement, but there is a pulling sensation, like a magnetic suctioning that happens at the top of your head that will pull you up. It basically is getting your attention like, yep, here we go. So for me, I always end up looking up. It pulls me up into attention. Even though I'm already aware of myself there, it brings me into a greater awareness. Also, too, relax your body fully. You don't have to hold your body up. Your body is held up by the channel because you are the channel and you are the currents of energy that are passing through the channel. And they are very present today. Yeah, there's going to be, these are already some powerful energies today. I can see why I had a migraine yesterday. And so just giving yourself an opportunity to just accept yourself here for a moment. You don't have anywhere to go, you don't have anything to do, you don't have anywhere to be because your existence is your beingness right now. So if you can give yourself that permission slip to just check out of the doing and check into the being, then giving all of yourself to this moment and how this moment moves energetically. And I'm feeling some suctioning. It feels like something, it's like suctioning on my underneath my right rib cage in the back. Almost I'd say probably where my maybe where my kidney is, but probably higher. It's closer underneath my armpit. It's like pulling me down. Usually it's on the left side. That's very interesting. Okay. Accepting and acknowledging. Okay, let us move a little higher. So moving higher. Moving higher. I'm just checking in with a few things. So, if you were wrapping up some things or if you're just dropping in, I'm just basically bringing us into the channel and tuning into this experience, the sensation. Still, yep, it's still there. Okay. What is the sensation related to? Okay. We've definitely got some, of course, we've got some redesign happening, and that's really what I'm hearing it in. Oh, yeah, I'm hearing it in relation to. Okay. So it seems that we're going to have a good bit coming in on the right side. And this could also assist and serve because this is a collective offering. If there are many that are really in a space of requiring some more of the more masculine side, or shall we say, or really just the right side of the design. I don't want to dedicate it to just masculine, but being that hemisphere, um, you know, because it's not just masculine, it's not just feminine. They're both unified in the experience. However, to reference that, I am sensing a lot more happening right there. Almost like again, almost like a suction, like my shoulders in a vice and it's holding me there in preparation. It's loosened a bit, but it was definitely present. Okay, let's just go ahead and unlock some energy. So opening and activating all stars, opening and activating all meridians and all chakras. And taking a moment to experience the reflection of the energy centers being open, active, the meridians being open and active, and the stars being open and active. Okay, and now opening a quantum portal. Yeah, it gets really cold. Opening. Opening. Okay. We are now receiving in connection with this open quantum portal. If you're like me, you may feel it getting really cold, or you may sense the temperature change. This is because, of course, once the energy fields are open and we are fully connecting, it's so cold. We are fully connecting into the quantum. We don't have a barrier, if you will. So our cells are held in with this barrier of energy that provides this molecular um, or they're vibrating to provide a molecular temperature, if you will, if you will. Of course, quantum, it's cold. It's just pure energy. So connecting and calling in all lines of receiving through the quantum. Just taking a moment here to allow yourself to sense and receive, attune yourself to the space where it has been opened right in front of you. It's open directly in front of you, and it's going to come into and through your field. Okay, now let us move higher. It's very interesting, the planetary personalities that have been stepping through upon the opening of this vortex, this portal, which really just opens up the energy fields. As I was expressing, it just opens it up. And so basically you're accessing beyond your aura, you're accessing beyond your electromagnetic field. And Neptune is stepping forward. Pluto, and again, that planet behind Pluto is stepping forward. So just allowing these planetary lines to come in through the quantum and allowing the energies of these lines to begin flowing in. Let us see, what is Neptune here to reflect? Security, financial security. There's a personality line connected to Neptune. That's interesting. Oh, and you know what I'm sensing? I'm sensing that a lot of these lines are stepping forward because as we're shifting out of our lower matrix designs, the lower designs of our personality into the higher designs, it's necessary for us to connect into these vibrations to receive a, let's say, a more purified connection of that personality, of that consciousness, of that planet, instead of what has been defined by the program of the mind. Now we have an opportunity to experience something a little bit more. Now, of course, we are the reality. There is nothing that is not here that we have not designed. I am sensing from the Neptune, the security, the stability. As we know, monetary, of course, plays a role in that. My sinuses are draining. So allowing this to come in. There we go. That opened up the space even more. And just allow yourself to openly receive and experience how the energies are coming in. It's very interesting. It's like, I know I have a midsection, like I know my stomach's there, but I can't feel it. It almost feels like it's an empty space, like nothing is there. It really feels like the only thing that exists is this block of energy that is my shoulders and my head. It doesn't even feel like anything is there. There's no substance. It's very interesting. And I noticed this immediately as Neptune stepped in and there was the reflection of stability and security. So our stability and security, of course, is root. It begins at the root. So feeling and sensing this area in this way, the lightness that is there. I can really feel how it is opening the space up to be able to receive a greater space of sovereign self. And let us go ahead and unlock fifth and sixth dimension. Unlocking fifth dimension. Unlocking sixth dimension. Opening these gateways. And harnessing the lines of Neptune. And enhancing with tones. Receiving and calling into the awareness. The template, the design, the sequence that is unlocking the fascia. That is unlocking the cells, the DNA, and anchoring the lines of Neptune and Pluto, as well as the hidden planet behind Pluto. And also moving higher in the awareness. Moving higher. Welcome, Becca. Let me set the chat really quickly. Everyone is welcome to receive. We are moving through the receiving of energy in a deep trance state, accessing dimensionality, and higher consciousness. And as these tones are expressed, allow yourself to openly receive how the signature flows through the cords of your fascia. You have tubes around your fascia that carry water, and these currents are carrying information. The higher the frequency, the higher the tone, the more unlocking that happens. So, anchoring this through sixth dimension with fifth dimension supporting. You might have a lot of popping in your head. You might have some, or popping in your ears. You might feel some pressure. It's almost like you're moving higher in altitude, and that's what's happening. You are. It's beautiful. It's like a waterfall cascading down. And just allowing the energy to flow in and through. And calling the lines of Neptune in through the design. Anchoring into the root. Oh, I could already feel it going there. Oh, yeah. That's pretty solid. And just allowing yourself to be basically like gently placed there. If you allow it, the currents will actually lift you up and shift you into the placement, into the seating, into the point of receiving. You'll actually be lifted up. It's almost like a gentle, you're not going to come all the way up off your butt, but you will feel your shoulders lift up, your spine lift up, and then you'll feel yourself gently be placed back down. Harnessing the fifth dimension. Yeah, it's unique. It's a different space, the way that it feels in fifth dimension than in sixth dimension. Harnessing through sixth dimension. Oh yeah, that opens it up big time. Fifth dimension is of a great capacity. It really is, but it reverberates it back. It's like when you're in the fifth dimension, When you're in the fifth dimension, this space is always, it's reverberating it back. And in sixth dimension, the space opens up even more, and the reverberation is carried through that like liquid quantum um form, if you will. It's not really a form, but it's like a gel. And calling into the awareness, the design of support through Neptune, the safety, the security, the financial safety, security of Neptune. Calling that into the heart and into the third eye. And now allowing the redesign. My goodness, it feels so light. That's so interesting. There's so much more space. As those lines of Neptune moved higher, I don't know if maybe it's because, I don't know if Neptune, the physical planet, is a gaseous planet, but in other dimensions, it carries also, just like the planet, it carries different personality traits. And I do feel that some of this is attributed to its physical composition, as well as, no, the physical composition is a representation of the openness, the lightness. And giving yourself an opportunity to just experience the lightness of the security and of the stability, and also the financial support that is present in all of the space. And calling Pluto forward. And calling forward the sixth dimensional planet behind Pluto. It's almost like it's hard to breathe all of a sudden. Well, that's beautiful, Becca. Now the texture, now the energy. Yep, the energy with Pluto stepping forward, the energy changed. So interesting. I love it. You can feel, you can sense the difference. It's almost like a difference in texture. And calling forward through the 6-dimensional planet, which is, yep, again, pulling in from the feminine side. I don't know if those of you from my group, I don't know if it came through in that way for you guys the other day, but it did for me. It was like it was peeking around the corner on the feminine side. I could see it and sense it. It was almost like I had to peek around the corner of the feminine side to see and sense this hidden planet behind Pluto and the presence that it carries in the physical organic, yes, but more so in 6 dimension. That's where the communication is coming from. And it's also very intense, top of the head pulling. So activating pineal, activating thyroid, activating thymus, and expanding the cord. And calling forward into the awareness, the sequencing. Unlocking the fascia. Anchoring through 6 dimension and receiving in connection with the planet. There's definitely some restructuring of the organs happening on the masculine side. Lungs, liver, pancreas, I feel, are all connected. Opening the spine. And with the opening of the spine, allowing the waves. and connecting the lines. Neptune, Pluto, and the hidden planet. Connecting these lines. Let us see that hidden planet. Let's open up and access the sixth dimension in connection with this planet. Again, energetically, or it pulls me all the way over to the left to connect in. Then I'll go all the way over to the right to connect. It's a very, very, very large oscillation. Ah, ah, eh, ah, eh, ah, eh, ah, 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 eh, eh, ah, ah. Receiving. Oh, it always feels so good when my back pops. Like it's always like a chiropractor. I love it. Oh, my back just popped. It's amazing. It feels so good. That's what I love about these sessions is it's like going to an energetic masseuse and an energetic chiropractor because you're able to get adjusted and everything comes into alignment. You can literally just let yourself fall down, you're just become dead weight and you'll be lifted right back up energetically. It's pretty amazing. Which goes to show you that the skeleton and the muscles are only a character of the mind. It's very interesting, isn't it? Because what we're interacting with as us right now is not muscle, bone, tissue. However, the muscle and the bone and the tissue are a part of the mind's creation. And so to relay what we interact with on our mental projection, we connect them. Allowing the body and the design to remember and to learn from the subatomic and the quantum. And let us remain anchored right here. anchoring. It's not really, you can't really anchor in full stillness in these higher spaces because you're always oscillating. You're always moving. You're always in motion. You're never still. Even in the stillness, you're always in motion, of course, right? So let us pull the pituitary down a little bit. Pituitary has a very strong transmission. That's powerful. At first, I was like, man, that sounds off tune. It don't matter. I feel, whew, it's very powerful. No, it was definitely activating a tone. That's what it was. That's what it was. It was activating a tone. The tone is already there. It's just coming through my expression. It was opening and unlocking it. Oh, that's intense. That is some extremely powerful, secure under the root space, like root, earth star, and all around the legs. It's really solid. Receiving. And that one's coming up the spine into the shoulders. Ah, that's why it felt so empty. Thank you, Neptune. The space was created so that all of this could come in. Thank you. I see now. Yes. Next layer. That's a really powerful magnetic pull. Oh, that is really powerful. Almost feel like I'm going to pass out. Mm. Acclimating. Hmm. It's very interesting. Was hearing from myself, we're not going to let you pass out. And I started hearing cicadas, like in the summertime. It was so beautiful. That brought me into a space, my nerve, like there's a lot, this is a lot of energy. This is not even a lot of energy. It's the intensity of the energy. So as I'm acclimating, I played myself the sound of cicadas. That was pretty amazing. And crickets. Okay, now being pulled through. Ah, that definitely feels even better. Yeah, I'm sensing that we were moving through a gateway. Still some nausea, but I don't quite feel like I'm going to pass out. It's very beautiful. Okay, so it's very interesting, even from the reflection of saying I felt like I was going to pass out and that it was a lot. I can feel where I've allowed myself to accept that. So I'm going to release that. It's not too much. And the space just opened even more beautiful. Thank you. Yeah, there we go. Easing back into the fullness. There we go. Check in with yourself. Make sure that you're not limiting yourself in some way. Make sure that you're not choosing to hold yourself captive through something like that. It will actually just simply be reverberated back to you through the experience with more intensity. It's never too much. It's always exactly perfect for us, if you will. It is us. So even though we are creating this design of the nervous system, we can unlock it at will. And that's what this is allowing us to do. Unlocking the nervous system, allowing more. But of course, you must be the permission slip that grants that. Okay, now time for some more encoded designs here, some more sequencing. Okay, calling into the awareness. The next layer. It's always so beautiful to experience the waves. And that one's really, really intense vibrations in the lower up to the heart, especially in the feet and below the feet. Really, it's expanded everywhere, actually. Wow, it really is. It's everything below my neck. It's really interesting in these energies today, in this quantum experience. I really feel like I have no body. Really doesn't feel like it's there. I feel like I'm wearing a cloak of invisibility, and if I look down, there's not going to be anything there. It just feels so empty. It's pretty amazing. It's different than the last time. I'm held up just as strongly, just as securely, but this time it's pulling me from above. And it's like the seat, my butt is so solid. I'm solid there, and I'm solid at the top of my head, but everything else is not there. It's gone. It feels like it's disappeared. It's really, really fun. Okay. Let's bring in some designs. And let's call in through the 6 dimension all planetary logos that are available to transmit higher designs to the vehicle. And landing and anchoring into the line that is providing the highest collective expression of receivership. Okay, Sirius. locking in. And locking into the design, downloading. Oh, that's intense. It's intense, but it's good. It's like a complete shower of energy. It just felt like it just fell over, just showered down, enveloped everything. Okay, it's been received. Now pulling it into the channel, pulling it into the heart. Yeah, 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 yeah. Ha 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 yeah ha 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 yeah ha yeah ha 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 yeah. Let me close the pineal just a little bit. There we go. Pineal open just a hair more, just a little, not fully as expansive as you were, just a little. Thank you. Now I'm feeling a lot of energy moving through upon closing that pineal a little. Everything moved in. And I want to give us the opportunity to experience it's always been embodied, but this really brings it in a bit more. Okay, we're going to go through some waves, some final waves here. The wind always gets up out there after. Not sure if you guys can hear it or not, but the wind always picks up after the expression of the tones. And activating the thyroid a little more, opening the thyroid. Okay. Now beginning to close the thyroid just a little. Lots of movement in this one today. A lot of movement. Those oscillating waves are really powerful. Coming in through the sixth dimension. And landing, bringing it all in through the central channel. It's already happening through the central channel. We just want to, I'm going to play around with something here. It's It's already happening to the central channel, but I want to pull it in. Okay, yeah, I can feel it coming in. Yeah, that's powerful. It's like pulled everything in and then it expanded out from the heart. All right, going to just decompress it a little bit. Walking the awareness down. Decompressing, testing the nervous system. Okay. Coming in, landing, decompressing. Okay, I'm just landing in the nervous system a bit here. It feels pretty good. No, it feels really good. Coming in, decompressing. Yeah, closing pineal, or at least closing that gateway a little bit, closing the gateway. There we go. Okay, loves. Just allowing yourself to come in and land. And you can do this also too. You can, if you feel that you would like to continue bringing everything in a little bit, you can always go and continue this after I wrap this. You can just continue on as always. Um, that's what I like to do. I like to go and just once I've been in a space of actively co-creating, I like to then just go and lay down and just allow everything to continue coming in. Um, yeah, I'd like to call in. Let's see. I'd like to move some energy through the right side. There we go. Just moving. Oh, that feels good. It's like placing my arm and shoulder in proper alignment. Feels good. Oh, yeah, still coming in. Layers still coming in. Okay, aligning everything. Okay, closing the quantum. Closing the quantum. Whew. To put my jacket on. Okay, loves. Thank you for receiving. Thank you for joining. This one felt, as always, very powerful, but I'm feeling there's a lot of redesign that's happened in the root sacral solar plexus area. There was basically like a scooping out and a layering in. And thank you for receiving, Becca. And with the layering in, um, it feels like this a new design of safety and security. Um, welcome, Gina. I'm so grateful you are here with us. Yes, there was so much moving, so much moving, and so much that's going to continue. I'm still rocking. I'm still moving. Um, there's in terms of the lower the redesign, I would not be surprised. Of course, now please remember that you are the reality. You are simply interacting with everything that you have created. And with this new design, I am sensing, I'm gonna be going and laying down myself. I'm sensing there's a lot more energy of security, of stability, of financial wealth, and financial wealth meaning we understand wealth monetarily, but there is a frequency to wealth that is also free. It it serves through the currents of light exchange, and this is what I'm sensing. It's through the exchange of love, if you will, and not the emotional love. As you all know, I'm using that term very loosely because everyone has a belief around what they think love is. But let us say it is the unconditional. It is the contract of exchange. So wealth has been connected to the elite, if you will. It's been connected to the 1%. It's been connected to basically those that were in that system, but now it's shifting. And those of us that are coming into our sovereign expression, remembering it, we are accessing the higher encoded access points. So I really feel that this is unlocking a greater sense of stability and security for many, many, many. And I love receiving the Kundalini energy because very much connected to that experience. And now as everything has come in, yeah, it was definitely coming in. I'm not surprised. This energy of Neptune. I'm not surprised with the crown. It was like everything came in from below. It was okay. So I was very active up here with the pineal. The pineal it just kept moving and tuning me to the next point of receiving. But as I was receiving, everything was coming up from below. Again, redefining the stability and security, redefining, and I'm feeling that too. I'm actually cramping, and it's not my monthly cycle, but I'm cramping. So, this is a lot of energy in relation to the planetary expressions. So, if you have any of those sensations and you're not on your monthly bleed, don't be surprised. But there is a definite lightness to this. Um, I'm I know for the monthly cycle it was probably really intense. But that intensity is also a sign of energy moving from that space, which is really good. Um, and now it's coming directly up through my heart. Yeah, and that's how I felt it layering, was layering at the feet and all around the lower, and then it layered and then it went up my spine and through my shoulders, but it all remained in the lower. There's a lot of the simulation is reconstructing itself. So I'm also feeling it's very interesting. I normally would not be tired after these gatherings. Normally I'm up and I'm ready to go do stuff, but I have been supremely tired after these. I have been needing to go lay down, which lets me know that there is a lot that is being reconstructed. There is a lot of energy that is being received as always. So our root is redefined. Um, and everything below that is right, or everything above that is redefined and rising with it. So thank you all for receiving. I am so grateful to have you here with me. I am so grateful to share in this with you. And so with this, I'm going to close it out and just say thank you. If anyone would like to schedule any one-on-one work with me, my one-on-ones are still open. I would be more than honored to co-create with you and share with you. And I have one more spot open in the group if anyone is interested in joining. But if you are interested, I will put the information in the description and you can reach out. I have 75-minute sessions and 2-hour sessions, and they are very beautiful, very powerful. You know, take this and just enhance it. Really, it's all catered to you. It's catered to you on an individual soul, spirit, higher self level. So thank you all so much. I'll be looking for that information in the description. I will have that up. And until next time, Adonai.